गुड इवनिंग, नमस्कार, अस्सलाम वालेकुम, केम छो, कैसा काय, केटो हाल है, केमन आछो? This is Manish Singh Rajput. First of all, I apologize. I'm sorry for not continuing my live session. Actually, in my village area, there is a network issue. So, because of network issue, I had to end my live session. But don't worry, now I am here with a new video. In this video, I will explain that what is the pattern of board examination, what is the pattern of CBSE board examination for class 10th English subject, what kind of questions will be there in the board examination for class 10th English, how to write the answers. I will discuss on every major topics. Let's start. First of all, be concentrated, be focused. That board examination is not the very toughest thing. Board examination is very easy. Absolutely, I'm sure. Board examination is very easy, but for those students who have prepared each and everything, board examination is not simple. For those students who haven't turned over the pages, who haven't seen a single thing. In today's video, it will be very useful for all those students who are going to be appeared next year for CBSE Board examination. Let's start. In class 10th English subject, the subject name is English Language and Literature. There will be 3 sections. Section A, that is reading skill. Section B, that is writing skills and grammar. And section C, that is literature. Very clear? The grand total will be of 80 marks. Exactly. Section A will contain 20 marks. Section B will contain 5 marks letters, 5 marks paragraph writing, and 10 marks grammar. So 20. Absolutely. Section A will have 2 unseen passages. I repeat once again. Section A will have 2 unseen passages. Unseen passages means the passages which you haven't seen, that is out of your textbook. So 2 unseen passages, it is given just to check your reading skill. It is given to check out your reading, abilities. And first paragraph is based on factual passage, and second paragraph is based on you can say any kind of true incidents. Absolutely. So 2 unseen passages. First is factual, second is discursive, and the both passages it is given to check your reading skills, and you have to read both passages very carefully, and then the questions are given below the passages, and you have to find out the answers from the same passage. The questions can be multiple choice, it can be objective, also subjective. So whatever the style, whatever the pattern will be, you have to find out the answers only from the same passages. Okay, each passage will contain 10 marks. So the total is 20 marks. I hope you must have understood. Section A will be of 20 marks. Each passages will be containing 10 marks. Okay, so I think free of cost you will get 20 marks if your reading skill is good, if your reading ability is perfect. Okay, after doing section A, now there is section B. Section B will be containing writing skills like composition and grammatical points. In writing skills, there will be a question, uh, on the basis of official letters. Yeah, a question will be there write a letter to your district magistrate, complaining him about corruption uh, in the government schools, like that. Or write a letter to the sub-divisional officer of your area, informing him about power supply system, like that. Or write a letter to the editor of Hindustan Times, Dainik Jagran, or whatever, to request him to publish a news of your area. So such kind of letters, such kind of official letters will be given to your paper. There will be a name like you are Anshuman, or you are Anamika, you are Mohan or Mohini, you are whatever. The same name you have to write in the paper, and 5 marks will be given for this letter. After writing a letter, there will be another question from writing section, and that is, yes, that is paragraph writing. Exactly. There will be a graph. There will be a graph. On that graph, some information will be given. For the example, like growth of population in a country. For the example of child, child ratio in any kind of nation or state, education percentage among women in any kind of state or the country, like the growth rate of any kind of goods, things. So on the basis of that, graph, on the basis of that information, you have to write a paragraph. What is paragraph? Paragraph is just like an essay, just like a kind of short article. In that paragraph, you have to write down each and every points, each and every information which is given, which was given, which has been given in that a graph. Otherwise, if you write this paragraph after making analysis, otherwise there is another option. A topic will be given. On the basis of the topic, you just write one more paragraph. I repeat once again. In this question, you can write a paragraph on the basis of analysis. Otherwise, you can write one more paragraph on the basis of that topic, and 5 marks will be given. So now you got 10 marks in writing section. Understood? Look, guys, in class 10th, I think everybody's mind will have developed. In class 10th, everybody's mind has been developed, so that they can explain, they can imagine, they can think more about any topic. They can they can interpret, they can fantasize their mind, and they can write much more about any topics. Of course, you are a student of CBSE Board. The medium is English. Your English must be perfect. Okay. After this question, now grammar section will be there. In grammar section, I think 10 marks will be given in that question. What kind of questions will be there? It is you can say a strange thing, excitement for the students, because many are unaware of this fact, that what kind of questions will be there in grammatical things. I want to make it very, very clear. In grammatical section, the first question will be that find out the error from the following sentences, and then replace that wrong word with the right word. Absolutely. You will be given a paragraph a passage. In front of in front of every line there will be two columns, two spaces. First column will be the error, and second column will be the correction or the correct word. What kind of mistakes will be there? There can be many mistakes. Number one, there can be mistakes such as articles, and mistakes can be in case of articles. There can be mistakes in case of subject verb agreement, like singular subject, singular verb, and if the subject is plural, so verb should be also plural. This kind of mistakes will be there. There can be mistakes of prepositions. Absolutely, prepositions can be one more situations or case where the mistakes can be there. Articles, verbs, and prepositions, tenses. Yeah, tenses. What kind of verb should be there according to the helping verb? So I would like to clear this thing. If a student has a knowledge of tenses, knowledge of articles, knowledge of numbers, knowledge of genders, knowledge of subject verb agreement, verb first, verb two, verb three, all verbs, perfect knowledge, then and only the student can do this question and section. Absolutely. Okay, after doing this question, now there will be one more segment, and that is change the following subjects, sorry, change the following sentences from direct to indirect, from direct speech to indirect speech. In this question, there can be sentences from statements, like simple sentences. There can be questions from interrogative questions. There can be sentences from imperative, like commands. So revise all the rules, like prepare what to use when you are going to break commas in statements, what to use when you are going to change from direct to indirect in statements, like said to, say to, says to, and whatever. In interrogative, prepare what to use to break commas in WH type questions or in yes no answer type questions. And there's a structure. I have revised this segment very clearly in my class. In imperative, do not forget to change the sentences according to the sense. Like if the sense is order, then commanded or ordered. If the sense is appeal, request, urge, then requested, proposed. If the sense is advises, then advised. If the sense is prohibition or restriction, then forbade or advised. And just to break commas, true, and whatever. So prepare all these things. I had also revised articles. I have touched each and every topics. So this grammatical section will be easier for those students who have definitely revised all the grammatical things which I had made them practiced in the class, in class 9, in class 10th, in both classes. I have revised all grammatical things. Maybe there can be one more question in this grammatical section, like like fill the correct form of the verb. Fill the correct form of the verb. Now the tenses will help you here. Correct form of the helping verb, main verb, to change into indirect speech. So such questions will be there. So now section B is also clear. I hope section B is also clear. Letter section, paragraph writing, and find out the error to change into indirect speech and so on. So 20 plus 20. Your 40 marks are clear. If you follow my instructions, if you follow my tips, if you follow my guideline, I hope that nobody can stop you by getting 40 marks up to now. And now at the last, let's come on the very important section, that is section C, and that is your literature. Absolutely. Two books. Two books are prescribed for class 10 CBSE board. First book is your main course book and its name is First Flight. Second book is your supplementary book and that is a story book and its name is Footprints Without Feet. So my dear, both books will give you 40 marks. How much marks? 40 marks, my dear.